Hello, James Graney here from internetbizuni.com, and I'm back at it again with the hemp videos. In today's video, I'll be going back to Ed's farm. In the last video, I showed you out on the field what the hemp looks like. In this video, we'll be going into the shed and showing you what the hemp looks like inside the shed and exactly how you dry out the hemp plant and turn it into a product that you can sell to the end customer. I'll be showing you all of that in this video. This is the third video in this series. In the earlier two videos, I showed you out in the field and just explained to you about the business ideas behind hemp, and I'll link up them two videos below this video so that you can check it out if you haven't checked them out yet. But yeah, this is something that I'm really interested in at the moment. I'm learning as much as possible about hemp and all of the future possibilities there is with this plant and building businesses around it, because I think there's going to be so many opportunities to build businesses in this industry in the future, and that's why I'm spending so much time learning about it, and I'm sharing with you what I learn here. So I hope that you're enjoying it. If you are enjoying this series, give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like these types of videos. But what I'm going to do now is just flick over and show you some of the footage that I shot while on Ed's farm, and you can learn for yourself exactly how the hemp is dried out and the end products that are made out of it.
Now that we've got to the wet weather, it does soak up the bit of moisture.
Yeah.
You know, but now that's all stuff that was hand picked, hung here. There's about just on this side here. There's about an acre's worth of hemp.
Okay.
And it took four lads a full week to cut it and hang it up. Now it's good quality stuff, but it's stuff now that I'd like to be getting properly dried into it'll air dry, but now with the wet weather it'll soak up the moisture now as well.
Okay.
That it's the drying is the biggest problem with this whole crop, that you need to be able to dry that in order to preserve it. Now, as long as it was fully dried, it is taking in a bit of moisture, but it's not doing any damage yet. If I seen a little bit of mold in it at all, I'd be getting worried. But it is fine. It is okay. But it's good.
And what would you do if there was mold bits in it? Do you throw them out?
Oh, I'd throw them out.
Yeah.
Oh, I would, yeah. Fuck them out.
Yeah.
Because it'll only spread.
Yeah.
You know. But it's not too bad now. It's okay. Yeah, there's only about an acre's worth of hemp there. Like, you're looking at getting around 500 kilos of the actual of that leaf and flower. You know. So it's that, and that's where your cannabinoids are, is going to be on that. But
that's where your hemp oil comes out of.
But you'll get seed as well. This was harvested early, but you'll still have seed because I have males, and you're not going to get to weed out those males.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't bother buying feminized seed unless that you knew that your percentage of CBD was going to be say anywhere from 12, 15, 20% CBD. This is going to be anywhere from probably about 3% up to, well, we got it tested at 8%, which is very, very good. Mm-hmm. I'd usually say anywhere from 3% to 5%.
Okay. And can you explain the difference between CBD percentage and THC percentage?
Well, the THC is your tetrahydrocannabinol, and we can only pick varieties that are going to be below 0.2% THC.
Okay.
So that THC is what gets you high.
Yeah.
Cannabis that you'd buy on the street would be anywhere from 10% up to 30% being that super skunk.
Okay.
But the THC is only 0.2%. It can only be a maximum of 0.2%. And so then therefore you'd have to smoke a telephone pole sized joint in about 10 minutes to get stoned, and like you die of smoke inhalation before you get stoned. So it's just not possible to get stoned off of this hemp.
Yep.
But the other compound there is your THC or your CBD.
Yep.
So your CBD is your cannabidiol, and that cannabidiol then can be it'll probably be anywhere from 2 to 5% on this variety, whereas there is other varieties will be much higher, but we're not allowed to grow those. They're generally varieties that are in the States.
Okay.
That would have been crossbred with your cannabis, and but the likes of ACDC is a variety there that'll have about 15% CBD. It generally correlates, the two generally correlate together, that the higher the THC, generally the higher the CBD. But because we're only allowed to grow to 0.2%, that's why your CBD is down. Now, they're coming out with new genetics that you can have 0 THC and a high percent CBD, but because this is industrial hemp, you're generally looking at a sort of 2 to 5% CBD. Now, we're using this because we can grow it, we're allowed to grow it, but really and truly in the future you need to be getting to those higher percentages to justify putting in that very expensive equipment for the extraction processes. Your ethanol, your CO2, your CO2 could be a million, and so then you have to have high percentages to justify spending that $500,000.
Yeah.
You know, whereas what we're doing is we're cold pressing this. So this is basically blended up into a powder and mixed with seed, put through a cold press, and then whatever this is, whether it be 2% or 5%, whatever it is, that's going to come out then in that cannabinoid oil.
And could you briefly explain what's next with what we're seeing here? So after this is hung up, dried out, how long does it take to dry out?
Generally about 3 to 4 weeks to dry out. So and then you want to be keeping sunlight off it, because if sunlight comes onto that, it'll start to go brown. Not that that's a huge problem, but it just aesthetically, you want it to be nice and green. So once we have that dried, we'll strip this off, and we'll blend it down to a powder, and then it's mixed with that seed and put through a cold press. So I'll just show you some of the oils down here. So this is that's the oil. That's the bottle now of our oil. So you can see here now is the bucket of seed that I have for show. So this is the hemp seed. That's your hemp seed. So that's about 30% oil, right? You won't get a full 100% extraction when you put it through the cold press. You'll get so it takes about a kilo of this seed to make this 250 ml bottle of oil. And once you press that seed, you end up with this cake. So that cake is very high in fiber and high in protein. So that's the company that presses it for us, Irish Health Oils, and they're up in Ashburn. And that cake then is milled down and it's put into that package. So you have a nice fine powder that you can add to your smoothies, your shakes, your cereal, biscuits, bars, various different things. Very high in protein, very high in fiber, and then this is your oils. Then that's
what's your brand name on it?
Cadine Mountain Farms.
Okay.
So you can see us on Facebook and Instagram.
Stuff. And what does most people use the oil for?
Well, I suppose salads is the big one. Now, it's not what you call a cooking oil. It doesn't like that really high heat. It's a polysaturated fat, so it doesn't like that real high heat. You can do a bit of baking with it and things like that, but it's used similar to that you would use, say, rapeseed oil, but it doesn't like that. It's not a cooking oil. It doesn't like, you wouldn't be frying with it now or anything.
Okay.
But it's a very healthy oil to be just using on your salads, using in pestos, hummuses. I do just take that. I actually get a glass of milk and pour out 2 tablespoons of oil into my milk, and I drink it down that way. And it's a bit like a peanut milkshake. Like it has a nice nutty flavour, a little bit grassy, but it's more of a nuttier taste. It's not bad. Like it's not an oil though that you take off the spoon. Like the diehards might do that, all right. But generally, I'd mix it with milk.
Put it in a smoothie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it in a smoothie and add it in that way, because it is a really healthy oil. Because you're getting all of your omegas. Like it has the perfect balance for human consumption of that 4:1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3. Plus, it has GLA, which is gamma-leonic acid, and that gamma-leonic acid is an anti-inflammatory.
I hope that you've learned a lot from this video. I know that I've learned a lot from it, and I've also more videos coming along with this series. I hope that you're enjoying this series. Give it a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. In the next video, I'll be showing you what the future entails within the hemp industry. I'll be questioning Ed on that and bringing that video to you. That'll be the 4th video in this series. If you haven't watched the earlier 2 videos, I will link them up below this video, as well as Ed's contact details if you want to reach out to him to ask him any specific questions about hemp, because he just has an abundance of knowledge about it. Hope that you've enjoyed this video. Look forward to speaking to you on the next one. Speak soon.